Hello, boys and girls, students and teachers. Welcome to Yugen Academy to learn English grammar. Hello, friends. Today we will see the second part of speech. Verb. Verb is a word that expresses an action or a state or is a doing word. It usually expresses an action. Ashok walks quickly. The cow eats grass. A verb also expresses state or being. She is tired. She became a doctor. In these sentences, is and became are not doing words. They are being words. In short, a verb tells what something does or is. The next type is finites and non-finites. When the form of the verb changes according to its subject, the verb form is called finite verb or finites. I sing, he sings, they sing. The forms of the verb sing changes according to its subjects. I am a teacher. He is a good boy. They are my brothers. Here every time the subject is different. In the first case it is I, the verb is am. In the second example it is subject is he, verb is. And in the third case subject is they, verb is are. Here you can see that the verb be has taken different forms. The word finite means having a definite limit or fixed size or is limited. A finite verb is limited by its subject. It agrees with the subject in number and person. Finite verbs are also limited by their tenses. He sings, present tense. He sang, past tense. The verb form had changed according to the tense. In short, finite verbs are those which can show number, person, and tense. And very important is they have a subject. Normally, the verbs which you know are all finite verbs because they have subject and the verbs go as per the subject. Now look at these sentences. He likes singing. They want to sing. The verb forms singing and to sing have no subjects. Such forms cannot have subjects. They are called as non-finite verbs or non-finites. A finite verb is a verb with a subject. A non-finite verb is a verb that has no subject. Now in this first example, he likes singing. The main verb is likes and the subject is he. He likes what? Singing. So here singing is an object of verb likes and so it is a noun. That is why it is called as non-finite. There are four kinds of non-finites. First, infinitive with or without to. Second, gerund. Third, present participle. Fourth, past participle. Let us see the examples. The boy began to laugh. Here to laugh is the infinitive with to. Main verb is began. The boy is a subject. Second example, you may go. This is infinitive without to. That is also called as plain infinitive, the word which is in italics. The third example is, I dislike seeing films. Here seeing is object of the verb dislike, and it has ing also. That is why it is called as a gerund, and it is not acting as a verb but it is acting as a noun. In the fourth example, they are playing football. Present participle with ing form, that is playing, because it says something about the noun and it is acting as an adjective. Fifth example is, who has taken my book? Taken is the past participle. Now let us see transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verb is one that takes an object. Intransitive verbs do not have objects. Let us see the examples. Mohan took my book. Here the verb is took. Who took my book? Mohan is the subject. Mohan took what? My book. So my book is an object of the verb took. Similarly, the second example, the cat killed a mouse. The verb is killed. Who killed? The cat, subject. The cat killed what? A mouse. So here the word a mouse is an object of the verb killed. So both these verbs are transitive verbs. Intransitive verbs, see the following example. Anita came. The mouse died. He slept. There are no objects. Came is a verb. Anita is the subject of the verb came, and there is no object. Now some verbs can be used either transitively or intransitively. Examples. The driver stopped the train. Here the verb stopped is transitive because it has an object, the train. The driver stopped what? The train. That is the object of the verb stopped. So here the verb stopped is transitive. But the train stopped. Here the same verb stopped is intransitive because it has no object. Next example is, he rang the bell. The bell rang loudly. Important note. Many times there are two objects in the sentence. The main object and the subordinate object. How would you know them? First, ask a question what or whom to the verb and the answer will be main object. Next, ask a question to whom or for whom. The answer will be subordinate object. See the example. The teacher gave him a prize. Ask a question to the verb. The teacher gave what? The answer is prize. That is a main object. Then ask to whom? The answer is him. That is another object or subordinate object. Action verbs and state verbs. Verbs that describe an action or an event are called action verbs. Verbs that tell us about the state or identity of a thing are called state verbs. The most common state verb is be, means all the forms of be, like am, are, is, was, were, etc. Other state verbs are believe, exist, feel, hate, know, like, love, mean, think, etc. Normally, state verbs are not used in continuous tenses. I am believing in God is wrong. I believe in God is correct. Are you understanding me is wrong. Do you understand me is correct. The verb be has dual functions. It is used as an ordinary verb and as a helping verb to form sentences and also in asking questions. The verbs do and have are also used in the same way. Let us see it in details. Now let us see this table. In this table, we can see the different forms of be as well as do and have. The table says when these verbs are used as an ordinary verb and when they are also used as helping verbs. See the table. Let us see the forms of be first. How are you now? See the word in bold type, are, and that is the only verb in this sentence. Next is, what are you doing now? Here are is an auxiliary verb because the main verb is doing. I am fine. I am building a bridge. Main verb is building. Am is acting as an helping verb. I was ill. I was preparing for my exams. Dr. Joshi will be our new principal. Nihar will be playing tomorrow. Here we have seen the different forms of be and different tenses. Are, am are in present tense. Was, past tense. Will be, future tense. Similarly, we have also seen that these auxiliary verbs are main verb in the first column and used as helping verb in the second column. Now similarly, let us see the another auxiliary verb which is also used as main verb, like do. Do your homework now. Main verb is do. Do you have a pen? Main verb is have, and do is used as an auxiliary verb because we want to ask a question. Next is, Nilesh did many things. Main verb is did, and that is the only verb. Did she pass the driving test? The main verb is pass, and did is auxiliary verb. He does pizza well. Does he stay in Mumbai? The third form is have. I have a BMW car. Main verb, I have developed new software. Here have is used because this is a perfect tense. Have, has and had are required to be used whenever we want to make the sentences in perfect tenses. He had a lot of homework. Have you checked your temperature? Main verb is checked. She has 3 new books. He has done a good job. The helping verb is used to frame sentences in continuous tenses. I am writing a letter. Am is helping verb. To frame sentences in perfect tenses, we need the helping verb have. Example, we have completed 12 chapters of this book. For a positive sentence in simple tense, we frame the negatives and questions by creating the helping verb do. Example, they know the story. They do not know the story. Do they know? So here we have used the same verb do in different ways. In the first case, it is the main verb. In the second case, we used it in order to ask the question. And the third one, in order to make a negative sentence. Now let us say something about the forms of to be. To be, as we have already seen the different forms. Now let us see them in detail. Please see the table. Present simple tense. Present simple tense. Affirmative sentence. Singular. I am a teacher. You are a boy. He is a student. In plural, we are students. You are boys. They are girls. Now let us see the question forms of to be. Am I a teacher? Are you a student? Is she a student? Similarly, are we students? Are you? Are they? These are all the question forms of to be. Are, is, am, etc. Now let us see the negative uses. I am not a teacher. You are not a student. He or she is not a student. Here, we are not, or you are not, or aren't, they are not, or aren't students. Let us see in past tense. I was a teacher. Concentrate on the forms of to be. They are in the bold type. You were students. He was a student. Here, we were students. You were students. They were students. The singular and plural forms. Please see the bold type verbs. The past participle. Mind you, the only form of to be in past participle is been, B-E-E-N. Present perfect, have been or has been. Past perfect will be had been. So these are the different forms of to be. They are very important and they will help you in order to construct different sentences. You'll have to remember them throughout your life. Now let us see participles. Verb used as an adjective, also called as verbal adjectives. Participle is one form of verb. Every verb has two participles. One is present participle, another is past participle. Present participle is formed by adding ing to the verb. Play plus ing, playing. Past participle is generally the third form of the verb, like go, went, gone. Gone is the past participle. Written, spent, loaded, etc. While using the participle as an adjective, care is to be taken to relate the same with the proper noun and subject. Example, a barking dog, a burning house, a broken window, the stolen diamonds. In the first example, barking is the present participle and it explains something about the noun dog. Same is the case in the second example, burning house, verb with ing, saying something more about the noun house acting as an adjective. In the third example, a broken window, here it is the past participle form of the verb broken, again says something more about the noun window. Similarly, the stolen diamonds. Now let us see in short what is gerund. When the ing form of a verb is used as a noun, it is called a gerund or verbal noun. For example, collecting stamps is his hobby. Here collect is basically a verb. It is with ing, but here it is not acting as a verb. The main verb is. Collecting stamp is his hobby. Who is his hobby? Collecting is the subject of the verb is, and that is why it is a noun, because all subjects and objects are nouns. Another example, she likes reading novels. Main verb is likes. She likes what? Reading. So reading is object of the verb likes, and because it is an object, it is a noun. So whenever a verb is acting as a noun and it is with ing, we call it as gerund. The third example is they are fond of playing football. Here playing is object of the preposition of, and so it is a gerund. Let us see infinitives. When a verb is used in a sentence with or without to and it acts as a noun, it is called as infinitive. Example, children like to play. Here the verb to play is the object of the verb like. In this sentence, the main verb is like. Children like what? To play. So to play is object of the verb like, and because it is an object, it must be a noun. So whenever a verb is acting as a noun, with or without to in its original form, you call it as infinitive. Infinitive without to, also called as plain infinitive or bare infinitive. Example, the teacher made him stand. You had better wait. The difference between a gerund and infinitive is children like to play, children like playing. For a detailed description, you may please see our video on gerund and on infinitive and participle. So here we complete the second part of speech. Let us go for the third part. Meanwhile, thank you very much. I would like to request you to refer my book titled English Grammar and Writing Skills, which contains complete syllables of grammar and writing skills prescribed by SSC and CBSE boards. This book is available on all prime sites. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.